the only important thing.
Well, because I was using my Warlock, so I was level 28 against mostly 31s and 32s,
Oh,
and I didn't have the band yet, like the mark thing,
oh.
so it was a bit slow. And
But you
once
could
I
use
got,
the shader and the banner at least, though.
yeah, so I got those, and I had the Nightfall thing, and oh man, there were a few days where I got all of the bounties. It was really cool. I was like, I have no idea how I got 10 kills without
I
dying, but
know that
somehow
happened to
I
me
did.
once. But I was like, "Holy crap! How did I even manage this?" Because I was playing like one control match on that map where it's like the one inside the building and the two are like I forgot the name of the level, but it's like some weird looking one. But it was like I was playing and then and then all of a sudden the bounty came up and I was like, "Wait, did I just get a bounty?" And then I checked and it was the 10 kills without dying. And I was like, "Oh my god, I never get this bounty!" So.
Yeah.
That was a great match though. I usually do one with Iron Banner though, so that's not.
Do they have the like the same like class item and emblems every time on Iron Banners? Does it rotate?
So far it's always been the same.
Okay, good. So I don't have to
So
worry about
there's
not
two
getting
different
or
emblems,
missing
two
it.
different shaders, and one class item.
I guess it was cool, like or the one cool thing about Crucible was I got to see the Mercury level. That was pretty cool.
Mm.
I tried to take a share button screenshot, but then someone shot me, and then it was like it messed up my screenshot. But I video captured
Not
it so I can get
anymore.
like the moment when I
You're
looked at
not
the horizon. I was like, it looks so cool.
you're not supposed to be standing still in the middle of a crucible fight.
It
Just
was
saying.
so
You sit down, sometimes they don't notice you actually, because things are moving fast when you're playing PvP. So you're looking for certain silhouettes, and when you see the sitting silhouette, it doesn't always immediately register that, oh, that's another player. And then even then, once they realize, it's like, well, is that guy on my team or on their team? So it takes slightly longer, and so you can sometimes fake people out by doing random crap in the middle of a match.
Except making shrink screenshots.
Yeah, the time I got, well, so there were two times where I was aware that I was very close to it, and I didn't get the bounty, and then two other times where I just wasn't aware. Or no, one time I wasn't aware at all, and another time I was aware, and I was just like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so scared! Am I gonna get it?" And I was like, "Oh yes, I got it!" The first time I was like, I had a super awesome Nova bomb. Some I saw C was getting captured on the Venus map, and I was just like, "Oh!" So I always jump towards that one, so I'm way up in the air. So even if they see me on the radar, everyone always looks forward first and looks in that direction, like, huh, no one's there. And then maybe they'll look up. And so I just jumped over and Nova bombed, and I got 6 kills with one Nova bomb. It's like, whoa, I think that's the most I've ever seen. And then,
Think that's
like,
how I got it too. Because although I was playing as a Titan at the time, because I got the Cry Havoc thing, and it was like I was like
mm,
jumping out the window of one of them, and I was already like pressing my super, and apparently all of them were like clustered together. I was like, "This is perfect."
yeah.
And I tried to get like a video capture of it, but I couldn't because it like recorded like past it or something. I was like,
uh,
"No, this is an awesome kill." So it made me sad.
yeah, I actually didn't get it with that one. The most usual way that I get it is I'll get two or three with the Nova Bomb, and then there'll be heavy ammo. Oh, and they changed that actually. They changed it so that if you kill another Guardian and they had heavy ammo, they don't drop heavy ammo anymore.
What?
So the heavy ammo is much more a race to see who gets it out of the chest first now.
Oh no.
Because I started noticing that tactic. Some people would wait, and so you'd see, red on the radar. It's like, huh, someone's coming. We better hurry up and get the heavy ammo. So everyone is like gathered there, and you get the heavy ammo. And then 2 seconds later, the guy appears and does a super, and everyone dies, and then he picks up all your heavy ammo.
Because that's what I used to do. I used to like go and
Yeah,
throw grenades at the heavy ammo boxes because I was like, I know they're all going to be clustered there. So it's like,
but
hmm.
now you don't get anything. So you have to, if you want the heavy ammo, you got to run for it.
Although that is a good way to like take it out of the equation, though. If
Yeah,
like the other team does get to it before you, you could just get rid of it completely. It's like,
yeah.
haha.
I've
We're still playing field.
I've had a few where I was just like, there's no way I'm gonna be able to beat these guys fast enough because they're all coming for me. I'm the only one here at the heavy ammo, so I'll just pick it up and then jump off the stage. It's like, woo, save
It's like no one can have it. No one.
Wow.
I just like getting the heavy ammo just to use Gallahorn because it's like overkill. It's like why are you doing this? Because I can. Because I
You
can.
should see what I've been doing with my warlock. Like, you always ask me why I use dragon breath, and it's fun because like thematically it works really well. So what I do is I turn on Sunslinger and then use solar grenades and then get the heavy ammo and then use radiance. Fire the rockets everywhere and then throw grenades everywhere, and it's just like fire all around me. It's like, even if you're not going to walk into it, you can't see what's on the other side, so
It
I
is a
feel
lot of
pretty
fire.
safe. It's like 3 rockets, and then yeah, your grenades recharge really fast, and I can have 2 of them, so it's fun.
I think that's like the only time I actually play as a striker is in multiplayer. Because otherwise, I don't really care for it otherwise. But it is fun going around and shoulder charging people because they don't
Yes.
like it.
That one's super fun. I
It's like,
especially
haha.
like hitting people in the air
Yeah, like kneeing them.
because they're
It's
like,
"Ah."
"Oh, jump out of the way." I'm like, "Nope."
It is pretty amusing. I very enjoy that.
Yep. So I guess Destiny is kind of winding down once again,
Thankfully.
until the expansion comes out in May, June time period is what we've heard.
Somewhere in that area, but it's too late, Tropical. It's too late. It's too late. I'm cutting ties. I am cutting ties. I'm gonna be free.
ties.
I'm gonna be free. Free.
Freedom from Destiny.
Yes. Haha.
Your destiny.
Excuse me.
So yeah, that's gonna be fun. That's why I'm like so excited that it's like next week. It all begins. It's just gonna be just an avalanche. Just like, oh my god, yes. And then at the end of the month, I'll have my play for all year game, and then I'll be like, yay, I'm free. Until The Witcher comes out in May, and then I'll have that.
Cool times. RPG, did you want to go next with what you've been playing, or do you want to hear about the order?
You guys can go ahead and do that since it's like we're already on group games anyway.
Alrighty.
How long did it take you, Tekken?
It took me like, hold on, it didn't take me very long. I think like 5 to 6 hours.
Oh wow.
Cause I was looking at my Twitch stream. Oh wait, no, it might have took like 7. I don't know. It didn't take a very long time. Cause I was looking at my Twitch stream and it was like 2.5 hours the first day, and then the next day was like 90 minutes. But then it cut off because like sometime it like cut off the stream for whatever reason. I was like, whatever. Then I stopped streaming. But like I did play more after that. So, but not much longer. Maybe like 2 hours. So 7 hours, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, it wasn't long. It wasn't very long.
Did you think like so? I mean, I guess addressing the reviews that are out there, like, is it a short game? You think?
No, it's well, it's a short game, but it doesn't bother me that it's short. So it's like whatever, dude. So whatever.
I noticed that this only becomes a problem with like new IPs like this, where they're like, because there'll be plenty of other games. Call of Duty, I'm pretty sure, has a pretty
Yeah,
short
it's like
campaign
I was thinking,
too.
like after the fact, I was thinking, in my brain of like, well, for me, since I'm a special case, it's like one sitting game is like Batman Arkham Asylum. I played in one sitting, flipping Mirror's Edge. It's like,
Your one sittings aren't like normal.
yeah,
people.
like even Destiny, I played like 26 hours straight through like
It's
so it's like technically for me anyway, it's like this has no bearing.
Because that
It's
would
all
be
about the
akin to me like
experience.
finishing a Final Fantasy in one sitting is what you're your kind of sitting. So it's like
You finished Destiny basically in one sitting, right?
Yeah.
I mean, besides the raids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like my thing is like whenever I see stuff like this, I'm kind of just like, why do people only seem to like like attack things like this for certain games? And then there'll be like other games that'll be like the same. They'll have the same type of, I guess, length or whatever it is somebody's complaining about this time, and they'll get like high praise and it'll get like all the awards and everything, and it's like it's just because it's overhyped. But then you can have a game like this one and it could be a perfectly good game and be short, but then they're like, oh, it's too short and all this stuff. And it's like, my thing is, you can either pad out your game with unnecessary crap, screw up your pacing, make the story stupid because you're just throwing stuff in there just to make it longer, and then they're gonna complain about that. But if you have like a nice, compelling story, even if it's like short, it's like entertaining and it's like fun for that time. Everything doesn't have to be like 12 or 40 hours or something when you're playing it. I don't know. It just
Yeah, I probably could have ripped through Shadow of Mordor even faster, but I kind of took my time because, like, looking back on it, I'm like, that wasn't really that long of a game. But then it doesn't overstay its welcome by, like RPG said, by padding stuff into it to like make it super long.
So here's my theory about the reviews. Basically, I feel like everyone reviewed it as a third-person shooter. And after finishing it, I feel like The Order isn't a third-person shooter. It's it's actually more like, at least like structurally, it's more like The Walking Dead or that type of game, like Game of Thrones, where it's mostly about
the chapter you're in and like what you're doing.
Yeah, it's like the story stuff. So the difference between The Order and Walking Dead is that instead of, dialogue and little puzzles and exploration parts, you have exploration parts and then you have third-person combat. And like that feels like the type of game that it is. It's not actually a third-person shooter. Even though it has that mechanic in it. The majority of the game is following this story and like being in this world. Tekken, does that?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Do you agree with that?
Yeah.
So like, I think that's the problem. Like most people went and it's like, oh, it's a third-person shooter, and then they played it and it was like, well, there's like not much shooting and the shooting is really simple.
That's why I liked about the game. Is like it has the variety. It's like you're not always just shooting dudes in the face. It's like
yeah.
There's like the stealth parts which are fun, and then the QTE stuff which is like intense. Like I enjoy that. Like people that don't enjoy it's like F them to me because it's like whatever, that's their opinion, but it's like F them. So like just the haters, because you may not like QTEs, but I do. So well, go play something else. And then
oh my god, I was so bad at those in The Order. Because I was sitting there watching, it's like, oh, I have to do something. It's like, oh, I died again. It's like, okay, go back.
And then it also, like, to me, just like, the graphics are just like, it sets the bar. It is like a watershed of, this is what I can expect from first party games in the future, hopefully. And my brain is now set to like, if it doesn't look like this, I will be disappointed. So
oh my.
Sorry, other people making games, but the bar has been set because damn, I was like, that looks so good. Order just, so good, yes.
Was it so good?
I feel like though, like Batman is gonna come out and it's gonna like that throughout. While I was playing The Order, there were parts that reminded me a lot of Resident Evil 5. Resident Evil 5
it felt
looked
like
really
every
good
chapter,
back in the
like
day.
when you're playing with a secondary NPC, it kind of felt like the co-op parts from that. Or
But
just, like,
even graphically and like the way they framed scenes and just like people, talking to each other, it looked like Resident Evil 5 sometimes. And I was like, I'm wondering, is it a really, really good looking game that basically won't be matched for a while? Or is it just, sort of early in the generation and so the bar is still being raised? We haven't reached that pinnacle point yet. Because, like, from what I remember of the E3 showing of Arkham Knight, I feel like that is also going to be a very impressive looking game when it comes out. So I don't know, like, in my mind, at the end of the year, are we going to look at The Order and just be like, there's no contest, like, no other game looked that good this year? Or are we going to be like, The Order was, really good looking, but then there was also Witcher 3 looked really good, and, like, Arkham Knight looked really good?
I think,
I'm not too sure yet about the graphics part.
Well, I agree with you on that part, Tonic. I'm just saying, it's like, it's the beginning of the year, so, you know, we have a long way to go. But, with that said,